Hello one and hello all and welcome to another crafting adventure. And today we are in a new location. Yes, the usual crafting table is currently occupied with work. So I have made the long and perilous journey to my kitchen, where I can use this countertop to make, well, anything I want. However, you will notice that there is a light humming in the background, and that is just the sound of my fridge trying to stay alive. But all that aside, today, what are we making? We are going to be doing this. Yes, now, for anyone who doesn't know, these are Sumikko Gurashi characters, a collectible character series in Japan, where they have an assortment of interesting and quite normal animals. You got a polar bear, a cat, a dinosaur pretending to be a lizard, a Japanese river monster that thinks it's a penguin, and of course the deep fried piece of pork in breadcrumbs. Yes, whoever came up with these character ideas was, yeah, interesting. And this kit here is, well, essentially to make chocolate versions of these characters with little biscuit sticks in that you can pick them up by. So I don't really think this is going to be too difficult. It's just a sort of mould for chocolate that you, well, put chocolate and bits of biscuit in. But it looked interesting and it's something I want to try, and recently I really want to eat chocolate. So first things first, let's find out what's in the bag. Inside we have the bag of meltable chocolate, 4 biscuit sticks for handles, a single sheet of paper with the instructions on how to, well, melt the chocolate and make the little box for it, the little box for displaying the chocolates in, similar to the front of the packaging, and of course the mould. And the mould we have has the following characters. We have the sausage shaped like an octopus, the dinosaur pretending to be a lizard eating a fish, a small piece of tapioca holding something, a present, the polar bear eating a rice ball, the rice ball with a face, and the best, yes, the deep fried piece of pork in breadcrumbs with his good friend, the deep fried shrimp in batter. Well, that's a nice collection of characters, and we are going to make them. So first, what do we need to do? Okay, so we need a very large bowl of hot water, where we're going to put another bowl inside and use the heat from the water to melt the chocolate in the smaller bowl. One more thing you should do either before you start or after you've finished melting the chocolate is, of course, wash this mould. We don't know where it's been before we opened this package, so we want to make sure it's nice and clean. Well, the chocolate in the bag is a bunch of chocolate coins, although I would say the colour is a little bit disturbing. Hopefully they will look a little bit better once they're melted. Now, one other thing, in the instructions it does point out, try to keep them below 50 degrees Celsius because you don't want the chocolate to burn. Okay, let's melt these things. The chocolate has melted and created this wonderful chocolate, well, liquid chocolate that smells absolutely amazing and looks significantly nicer than the original buttons. Now, to melt this easily, I just put some boiling water in a saucepan, waited for it to cool down a bit, placed this bowl inside, put the chocolate buttons in there, and then stirred them until they had completely melted like this. Now all we need to do with this chocolate is to scoop it into the moulds. And I think we should begin with this one here, with the lizard pretending to be a dinosaur eating a fish. So let's see if I can do this, or am I really terrible at everything I try? So let's focus. Really want to make sure you get into all the little nooks and crannies. Now, you will notice that this one does have a little handle here, which is where you're going to put the biscuit. When you've done them all, add the 3 biscuits to the 3 larger ones, and hopefully they should create a sort of lollipop type thing. When you push them through the other side, you can hold them there and eat them without getting chocolate on your fingers. So, simple as that to fill them up. I'll be back when they're all done. Once you got them all like this, clean the tray, or not, as this chocolate dries a lot quicker than I expected. So very quickly, pop your biscuit sticks into the hole. Hopefully, they should stick to the chocolate quite nicely. Like this. Like this. And like this. Then you can try and add all the excess chocolate to cover up the ends. Well, that's the best I can do for now. The chocolate has gone hard, so yeah, if you're not actually filming yourself doing this, it should be significantly easier. Okay, so once the chocolate's in there, the biscuit's in there, all you need to do, pop it in the fridge and wait for 30 minutes. While they are in the fridge cooling down though, you can make the basket. To make the basket, all you need to do is fold these little tabs inward like this, put them there, fold this up, and fold this over the top. Not easy to do when you're looking through a camera lens. Pop these little tabs through the pre-punctured holes in the bottom, and that should create the wall. And then we just need to do the same on the other side. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, and with that made, all we need to do now is wait for the chocolate to set. And I will say, it did smell surprisingly good, although much darker than I expected, and I have one biscuit left, which I can eat now, and a very tiny piece of chocolate here on the desk. Well, I'll be back in a bit. It has been about 24 hours. Well, yesterday I kind of forgot that I had to go to work, so didn't have time to take these chocolates out the fridge after 30 minutes. But that shouldn't matter because, well, 24 hours just means it has extra time to go hard and solidify, so it should be perfect. Fingers crossed. So, here they are, all solidified. These biscuits have moved slightly, or maybe I didn't put them in so correctly. But let's find out how well they came out, starting with this one here. Now, in the instructions it says to turn this over and push them from, oh, and they do fall out quite easily. Let's see if we can get them all to come out. Little ones as well. That one's not moving, that one is. That one's out. Just this one. Ah, there you go. Wow. Much easier than I had expected. So let's take a look. We have the deep fried pork here. Looks quite good, and even you can see all the details. I'm actually very impressed at how clear these have come out. We have the polar bear eating the rice ball, and the best one here, which is the lizard character, or the dinosaur pretending to be a lizard eating a fish. And the detail has come quite nicely, although there is a little bit of strange imagery where it has stuck to the mould. But that doesn't really matter. So there you are. They do come out quite nicely. These little ones, very, very thin. But yeah, these two have, well, there's no bubbles, which is what impresses me most. So, we have the tray here, and on the instructions, or on the packaging, it shows them displayed like this. So, let's see if I can actually do this. So this is what we are looking for, and this is what we have. Now, again, as I said before, the darkness of the chocolate is quite surprising here, as these are clearly designed for young children, but the chocolate is much darker than it looks on the packaging. However, you could just use any cooking chocolate or any chocolate you wanted to make these. I think it would be quite interesting if you used white chocolate and just try to use food colouring to make them all the correct colours. That would be a fun challenge, and I wish they sold those ingredients near me so I could try it. However, this is what they look like if you use what's in the packaging. But I suppose it is also quite important to find out how they taste. So, I'm going to take this little present here, as you can see, it's got a little face on, and try. It kind of tastes like, it tastes like cooking chocolate. Not sweet, a little bit on the bitter side, I suppose. Would probably go very nicely with some milk. But, however, overall, this set, well, it's very easy to do. These molds are reusable. They're a little bit smaller than I thought, but you know, they've got a good soft feel, so you can push anything out. If you made, I don't know, the jelly sweets or something, that would all be fine. And considering it wasn't too expensive, I suppose, and it's reusable, I think it's a fun little project you can do, particularly for kids, I suppose. But overall, I like this, I had fun making it, and it makes my kitchen and my fridge smell very much of wonderful chocolate. So, thumbs up from me, and thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe, that would be wonderful and help me amazingly. And until next time, have a wonderful week, and see you then.